Welcome to the Region Groups Overview. In this tutorial, we're going to cover the basics of region groups and how you can start taking advantage of them in your sessions. Region groups are noted in the Edit window by this icon in the lower left-hand corner of a region. Groups made of audio regions have a waveform icon, and MIDI groups have a MIDI port icon. They are also denoted in the Regions list. As the name suggests, a region group is a selection of regions that have been grouped together into one region. As you can already imagine, this can help greatly with arrangement and session management. Look at this first track here. We have many regions at the beginning of the track. Each of these regions are perfectly placed and make up a loop. Instead of selecting each one of these regions and then copying or moving the loop, we can group the regions and work with them as one file. Just select all the regions you want to group. Then go to the Region menu and choose Group. You can also use the convenient keyboard shortcut. If on PC, press the Control key, Alt key, and the letter G. If you're on Mac, press and hold the Command key, Option key, and the letter G. As you can see, a new region is now created. This new region contains all of the individual regions we had before. The individual regions within a group can still function on their own in some ways. For instance, if your track's time base is set to ticks, then the starting points of regions are adjusted with the tempo. Let's change the tempo and see how it adjusts the length of our regions. Remember, this does not affect the pitch and is not time stretching. You are simply affecting the space and placement of the individual regions on the track or in a group. If the region group is rhythmically correct or was created from a Rex or ACID file, you should be able to adjust tempo and affect the tempo of the region groups and keep them sounding together. This is just like working in Reason, ACID Pro, or GarageBand, only much more flexible and powerful. If you want to work with the individual parts of a region group again, just select the group you want to break apart and edit. Then go to the Region menu and choose Ungroup. Or use the keyboard shortcut. If on PC, press the Control key, Alt key, and the letter U. And if on Mac, press and hold the Command key, Option, and the letter U. The region is now ungrouped, and you can manipulate the individual parts. If you want to quickly regroup the regions after you make an edit, just go to the Region menu and choose Regroup. Or you can use the keyboard shortcut. If on PC, press the Control key, Alt key, and the letter R. And if on Mac, press and hold the Command key, Option key, and the letter R. If there are other instances of the original unedited group that still remain grouped in the session, a dialog will open asking you if you want to apply the changes to all the instances of the region group in the session or make a new region group out of the edited regions. Let's choose Modify so all instances of that region group are updated. This is a great way to update region groups that you have duplicated in multiple parts of your session. You can also nest groups, or in other words, put groups within a group. For instance, when we select two region groups and then apply the Group command, a new region group is created. If we ungroup that region, we see our two nested regions, and if we ungroup one of the original region groups, we see our original regions again. You can also group region groups and individual regions together. For instance, let's select the regions we just ungrouped, plus the other region group in the track. Now, let's perform the group operation. A new region group is now created, and if we ungroup that region, we get the original regions and the region group we selected back again. Alright, let's move on to multi-track region groups. In addition to region groups working on both audio and MIDI tracks, it can also work on any combination of audio and MIDI tracks. Just make any selections you want across each track. Also, the tracks do not have to be adjoining. Then go to the region menu and choose Group or use the keyboard shortcut. You can see that the icon looks broken. This is because the group contains elements that are not adjacent or connected. In this case, they are separated by a MIDI track. You can still manipulate the group together, however. You can move, copy, edit, and much more. This is a great way to break your song into sections, such as verse, chorus, and hook. You can also use the various edit tools on region groups to trim the length, just as if it were a continuous region, or even separate the region into new region groups. Well, that's it. These are the basics of working with region groups, and now you should have the knowledge to start using them in your sessions. This concludes the tutorial.